Hey folks, Barry Birmingham here, and welcome to barrybirmingham.com. I'll be your drum instructor today. Hey, if you looked at my my drum lesson page, there's 9 videos on there, and they're all trailers, and some are kind of difficult to the beginner drummer. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a very beginner drum lesson today. But before we start, you don't need a big drum set to start with. Please don't invest a lot of money at first. Get yourself a good pad, a pair of sticks, and a metronome. And if you look at my Skype drum lesson page, it'll show you, I think it's package number 3. It'll show you how to get yourself a good pad, pair of sticks, and a metronome, and you'll be drumming in no time. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by giving you a free drum lesson. I'm going to take it that you've never played before or sat behind a drum set. So I'm going to walk you through it. But before we start, let's talk about how to hold the drumsticks. First of all, I'm familiar with 2 grips. There's match grip and there's traditional grip. Match grip, where I'm using a pair of Vic Firth drumsticks, and I take my thumb, I don't know if you can see it, there's a flag there, and what I do is I'm going to put my thumb on the flag right there, and there's my index finger and there's my thumb, and that's my balancing point right there. Then I'm going to take these 3 fingers and tuck it in like that, and that's my grip. This is called match grip. And because it's match grip, the left hand is exactly the same. So there's the flag, put my thumb there, there's my balancing point, these fingers close it in like this. Match grip. And this is really familiar with most rock players. So that's match grip. The traditional grip, the right hand is exactly the same. The left hand is almost like holding chopsticks. If you take your finger, make a gun, close it in, take these 2 fingers, close it in like that. This is called traditional grip or military grip, same thing. So we have match grip and traditional grip. You try what works out for you. Most of my students play match grip. So we're also going to talk about how to hit the drum, and it's mostly the center is your sweet spot, sort of like on a snare drum. And when we strike the drum, it's all wrist and very little arm, like this, exactly. You see how my arm is hardly moving and my wrist is doing all the work? And when you start getting faster, see, my arm is hardly moving, my wrist is taking over. So before we get started, so now we've talked about how to hold the sticks. Now let's talk about what quarter notes, 8th notes, and 16th notes are. So we'll start with quarter notes. Quarter notes are played kind of slow, and they're counted 1, 2, 3, 4. But before we start, it's a good practice tip to play along with to a metronome. And I'm using a little plug here to Tama metronome here. You can get them at any music store or online. They're great. Most teachers use these, and most professional musicians use them also. But here's something you can do. You can get the app on. If you have an iPhone, the app is free. You can do it that way. And then when I started out playing, I just used a practice pad and a pair of sticks, and I got my hands happening before I invested into a big drum set. So we'll start with quarter notes. Again, quarter notes are counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to play along to a metronome while doing these quarter notes. So let me turn up the volume here. I have it set at 80 beats per minute. So here's my quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. If you notice, I'm playing in sync with the metronome. These are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Next, we're going to move up to 8th notes. 8th notes are counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that. And sort of like at a medium tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if we play that to a metronome, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, those are 8th notes. Okay, next is 16th notes. 16th notes are counted 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and they're played at a faster tempo. So again, along with the metronome, here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So the count would be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Very good. Now, if we had to apply that to a drum set, we would do it this way. The hi-hat, here's your hi-hat right here. Your hi-hat would play the quarters, 8ths, or 16ths. And your snare drum would be in sync with 2 and 4. So if we had to play a quarter note beat, it would most likely sound like this. We'd start with a hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the snare would play on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had the bass drum on 1 and 3, and we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 8th notes. 8th notes again on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again snare drum on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bass drum on 1 and 3. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and next will be 16th notes. 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So on the hi-hat, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, just like that. 2 and 4 in the snare drum. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a, just like that. Bass drum on 1 and 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, just like that. So there we have it. So if you're interested, maybe look at package 3 on my Skype drum lessons. Talks about how to get yourself a pad, a pair of sticks, and you're ready to go. Thank you. This is Barry from SB Drum Lab. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.